Hi, my name is Paula. I'm 16, and to be honest, my entire school life was one continuous disgrace. And here's why. When I first transferred to a new school a couple of years ago, I really thought, this is it, a new beginning. I'll be the coolest girl in class and forget how boring life used to be. I put on my best dress and did my hair. But do you know what happened? I strutted out of the school bathroom feeling like I was on the red carpet. But the whole time, I had a long piece of toilet paper stuck to my shoe. I didn't even notice it until I heard the whole class laughing at me. Someone filmed it, and the video went viral in 5 minutes. I wanted to be admired, but became the toilet paper girl instead. The popular kids immediately put me on the loser's bench, and I had to get used to it. From that day on, I turned quiet and meek. A bit too meek, actually. My parents kept saying, Paula, you used to be a leader. Where did your personality go? Can't you go back to the way you used to be? That really pissed me off. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. I didn't need another reminder that I screwed up, alright? Long story short, I only had 2 friends at school. Charlie and Lisa were outcasts like me. Charlie was a total nerd. He could talk about the history of pencils for 10 minutes straight. And Lisa, well, how should I put it? She was sweet, but not particularly bright. Like, one time we were discussing Titanic, and she asked, did it really happen? Like, did it sink and all that? Well, you get it. But I loved them. The 3 of us only had each other to rely on. There was also a guy I was pining for. Michael was the god of our school. Handsome, athletic, always with a smile on his face. He never looked in my direction because, well, who was I? The loser from the back row. But one day, everything was turned upside down. I came to school and immediately realized something was wrong. Everyone was looking at me. I started to panic and wonder, do I have a piece of toilet paper stuck to my shoe again? But that wasn't it. Charlie and Lisa ran up to me. Lisa was almost squeaking with delight. Paula, check out this video. They showed me the phone screen, and guess what I saw? A girl who looked exactly like me dancing on a bar in some club, then fighting some bikers, and finally jumping into a pool in clothes and kissing a handsome guy. I almost dropped the phone as I watched it all. That's not me! But no one believed me. No one. Everyone was convinced it was me. Even the principal called me to his office and said, Paula, one more stunt like that and you will be expelled. I stood there and thought, great. I've never been to a bar but almost got expelled for it anyway. I decided to find that girl who looked like my twin. After all, I knew she wasn't me. At first, even Charlie and Lisa were skeptical, but they eventually believed me. The 3 of us started to investigate and found out that the video had been filmed in a local bar. Of course, we went there that very evening. Actually, teenagers are not allowed to visit such establishments. Thanks, Charlie. We had no idea. What if we have to fight bikers? I rolled my eyes. Anyway, we walked in and showed the video to the bartender. Oh yeah, this is Barbara. She's a regular here. Barbara, huh? So that was my doppelganger's name. She was a couple of years older than me but looked like my copy. However, unlike me, she knew how to have fun apparently. The problem was, she hadn't come back to the bar since that evening, and no one knew where to find her. Meanwhile, things at school started to change. Everyone suddenly wanted to be friends with me. The popular kids invited me to parties. The teachers looked at me like I was some sort of rock star who had stumbled into the classroom by accident. And most importantly, Michael. He came up to me after classes. Can you imagine? Michael came up to me first. I even wondered if he'd mistaken me for someone. Hi, Paula. I didn't know you were so cool. It was you in that video, right? At that moment, I should have told him the truth. But you know what I did? I lied. Yes, it was. Cool. See you around. At that moment, everything changed within me. Like I really became the main character of a movie. You know, like my whole life suddenly got bright and all my dreams came true. I walked home feeling like I had wings sprouting from my back, and all I could think about was that if Michael liked the daring version of me, then that's what I would be like, period. At home, I immediately rummaged through my closet. I sorted through my clothes and eventually pulled out the most provocative items I owned, including a top my mom once said made me look too grown up, and ripped jeans. When I looked at myself in the mirror, I saw not the old invisible Paula, but Barbara 2.0. The girl from the video that everyone admired, and I really liked it. Of course, my parents noticed the changes. Paula, what's all this? I finally found my place at school. I'm a star now. They exchanged a glance, smiled, and said they were happy for me. just be careful. The next day, I came to school in a daring outfit, all cocky and confident. When everyone started to whisper and stare at me again, I said loudly, "Yes, it was me in that video." Everyone went crazy. My classmates clapped, laughed, came up to me, shook my hand. I suddenly became the person I always dreamed of being. Of course, Charlie and Lisa ran up to me at recess, their eyes wide like saucers. Paula, what's going on? You know, statistically, such a personality transformation is very dangerous for… Guys, everything is fine. Michael hit on me and I decided to be the wild girl from the video for a while. Play along, okay? They looked skeptical as they exchanged a glance, but nodded anyway. From that moment on, everything snowballed. I started to go to parties that no one would have invited me to in the past. Every time I entered a room, people cheered. "Oh, Paula's here!" Michael and I became an item, and I felt like I'd hit the jackpot. But to be honest, it wasn't enough for me. I wanted to get even more attention, to look even cooler in everyone's eyes. At some point, Charlie and Lisa found a lead about Barbara and came running to me, clearly over the moon. "Paula, look, we found out." "Shh! What are you doing? We can't let anyone know that's not me in the video." They seemed confused for a second, but then Lisa said, "But the truth will come out anyway. You've changed, Paula." They got mad at me and said that I had traded them for a bunch of jerks that always made fun of everyone, and that they weren't sure they wanted to be friends with the new me. That pissed me off. And I said they were just jealous because they would never be as popular as me. We fought. Meanwhile, Mom and Dad noticed that I was often going somewhere in the evenings and coming back late, wearing clothes that, according to them, were too bold, and that my grades were slipping. "Paula, what's going on with you? You wanted me to be a leader. You should be happy." We had such a huge fight that I stormed off to my room, slammed the door shut, and refused to talk to them. Then one day, I went to a popular bowling alley with a bunch of other popular kids. I was on cloud 9. Music, soda, dancing. At some point, someone shouted, "Paula, get on the bar." Of course, I didn't hesitate to do that and started to dance. Everyone was shouting and having fun. Then, someone made a joke I didn't like, and I got into a fight with them. You heard that right. It was a real fight. At the end of the evening, we all jumped into a pool. As I was kissing Michael, wet all over, I thought, this is it. I'm living my best life. However, the very next day, as soon as I got to school, I realized that everyone was staring at me again. Except not with admiration, but with snide smirks. I couldn't figure out why until I looked at my phone. Someone had posted a video of me dancing on the bar, fighting, then kissing Michael in the pool. The worst thing was that the popular kids I hung out with had filmed it. They'd even made some sarcastic comments. "Look at Paula go. Let's see how this ends." I ran up to them. "Why did you do that? Don't be so surprised. We've been trying to get you to do something ridiculous for a while now, and it finally worked." That's when I realized they didn't care about me at all. I wasn't their friend. I was just a toy for them to laugh at. After classes, I was called to the principal's office again, and he was furious. "Paula, you crossed the line. Your behavior is unacceptable. You're expelled." His words rang in my head like a huge gong. By the time I got home, my parents already knew everything. They yelled that I was an embarrassment to our family. "You wanted me to change!" But they refused to listen, and in a rage, I stormed out of the house, slammed the door shut, and walked off. I couldn't stop thinking, what have I done? It wasn't like me. I just wanted attention, to be noticed, to feel important. And what did that lead to? I was kicked out of school, my parents were furious. Charlie and Lisa didn't talk to me anymore, all because I wanted to be someone I had never truly been. I thought things couldn't possibly get any worse, but then a girl came from around the corner. I looked at her and froze, because it felt like I was looking in the mirror. It was her, Barbara, the girl from the video. She was surprised too. "Wow, we could be twins. I saw that video with you." It was strange and creepy at the same time, as if I had met my shadow that had a life of its own. I immediately told her that my whole life had gone downhill because of our stupid resemblance, that I had been kicked out of school, my parents were furious with me, and my friends had turned their backs on me, all because everyone thought I was the girl in that video. Barbara listened to me, and to be honest, she did not seem all that happy about her fame either. She said that she liked to party, but the police had arrested her after that incident in the bar, and she'd actually spent several days behind bars. Listen, my lifestyle's a dead end. I've always been a party animal, ever since school, and you know what my life's like now? I have no prospects, no friends, only a lot of problems. I looked at her and realized that she was right, and that if I continued down the same path, I would only ruin my future. You're right, I got a glimpse of that too. Then Barbara suddenly suggested something. Want me to help you fix some of your problems? I didn't know what to say to that, but deep down, I clung to that hope like a lifeline. The next day, the two of us came to school. I felt like something important was about to happen. We walked into the principal's office and Barbara immediately said, "It wasn't Paula in the video, it was me." I thought that the principal would kick us both out. But to my surprise, he calmly said that now he knew the truth, I could come back to school. When we left the principal's office, Michael was waiting for us in the hallway. He looked at me and I knew what I had to do. I told him the truth. I told him that I'd lied, that it hadn't been me in the video, that I just wanted to seem cool. Michael looked like I'd slapped him. "You lied to me." He left without even giving me a chance to say anything else. And you know, it hurt. But I wasn't mad, because I messed up and knew I could only blame myself. I turned to Barbara and thanked her for her help. I have a chance to improve my life, and so do you. It's never too late to stop. Thank you. At home, I had a heart-to-heart with my parents for the first time in a while. I'm sorry. I just wanted to be a star, even just for a while, but it wasn't real and nothing good came of it. My parents hugged me and said they were glad I'd come to my senses. The next day, I came to school dressed like myself, not Barbara. I didn't wear any bold makeup either. I came up to Charlie and Lisa, apologized to them, and said that I had been a fool and wanted things to go back to the way they used to be. Of course, at first, they pretended they were still mad at me, but eventually they smiled and we hugged. Then, the popular kids found us. Look, there they are, the loser and her pathetic gang. What's it like being an outcast again? At first, I thought about staying silent, but then something in me clicked. You know what? You are stinky hypocrites. You're ready to betray each other for a couple of likes or dumb videos, and all your coolness is just for show. I'd rather hang out with people who are real, unlike you. And you know what happened? The other kids took my side. These so-called popular kids left with nothing. I was glad I didn't let them feel like victors for once. After classes that day, Michael came up to me again. I thought he wouldn't talk to me anymore, but he looked hurt and said, "Paula, I like you. I want to be with you. Just please don't ever lie to me like that again." I almost burst into tears. Why didn't you ever notice me before? I've always liked you. I just couldn't pluck up the courage to talk to you. You know, that's when I realized the most important thing. After I told the popular kids everything I thought of them and stopped pretending, that's when I became popular. Not because I was trying to be cool, but because people felt like I was real. Now I know for sure that if you act like someone you're not to get someone's approval, it's very easy to lose yourself and everything that really matters. True strength means staying true to yourself even if it seems hard at first. Only sincerity will help you get true friends and respect.